To this one, more to come on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. Breeze. That's caught. It's Thomas. A well-executed 22-yard gain. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense is trying to really stop him.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Drew Brees turning back the clock. 5 touchdown passes for him on the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone, not much more impressive than that. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. Third down here. The Bills on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. That one complete to Yeldon. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A first down carry now for Yeldon. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Down 80. Keep playing hard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
On second down, here's Yeldon. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Look out, 54. Mike 54. Here we go.
From midfield, here's Allen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 33.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Allen with a throw caught by Beasley. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Operating from the red zone now, Allen. And this one caught by Beasley. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
This is Yeldon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So now here comes the field goal team for the third time today. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach.
And this will be caught at the 30. Past the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Julian Edelman, 76 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run with Yeldon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. The Bills on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. Allen going to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Julian Edelman gets ready to take the field again here on offense. Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage for each and every one of them.
And he'll be upended after a gain of 5, up to the 25-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Demaryius Thomas on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Bryant's extra point up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit?
And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Mike Bennett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Draw play. This is Yeldon. Call it a pickup of 7 on the ground. That trims it to a 3rd and 15 situation. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And just as you called it after the earlier sack, they set up the screen. And down he'll go at the 25. Now the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Well, they took your advice from a bit earlier, tried the screen, but that one, it was covered up pretty well.
They did a nice job on it, but I still think it was the right idea.
And this is blocked. The Pats bring heat, and they get home. There he goes, left side. And it's a New England Patriots touchdown.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. Able to get the pressure, get a paw on it, knock it down, and then go and grab it and take it into the end zone. What a play. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
On 3rd down, Allen. He goes underneath for Yeldon. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
The punter lockout there now as he sends it away. And he spins through. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Patriots take over. Another drive getting ready to start here for Demaryius Thomas. September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. And Demaryius Thomas, what a catch there. A big play. Breeze finding Thomas, 51 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Delaney Walker. His third touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teed.
And he keeps fighting his way into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Well, he had the big run to get down there, so you got to let him finish it off, don't you?
I think so, but what I liked even more, the fact that he wanted to finish it off. How many times have we seen a guy break off a big run, and we see that universal sign where he's tapping his helmet to get me out of the game? No! Stay out on the field and enjoy the benefits of the success you created.
And he hits pay dirt because of it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Do it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And now he spins free. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys continue to pour it on.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Right there.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
But I think the smart approach is to run out the clock.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And they have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Julian Edelman on his way to a monster monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that in the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Throwing is Allen on third, and that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel.
And this is blocked. The Pats bring heat, and they get home. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. In for the score as his guys continue to pour it on.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
And he is into the end zone, so they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. And after the touchdown, here's Bryant now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely 1 play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Jets were able to get the road victory. Sam Darnold leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head up to Kansas City to check on the Chiefs at Arrowhead. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. The Chiefs looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. The former Super Bowl MVP, Nick Foles, has a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Demaryius Thomas gets set to go again on offense. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see the...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 35. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, 36 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Anderson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. A shotgun handoff down to Yeldon. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you, because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport. The road to be fairly clear
by the time we have to
leave the booth.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. Trying to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. From the 35 on 2nd down, Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They'll begin the drive with Hunt. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze looking for Edelman, and he hits him. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down. Breeze now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. He's going to look deep for Edelman. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, 62 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
That's going to be a long day.
Now Anderson running right. Anderson loses the football.
That's it, baby.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Mike's back forward. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9. Allen over the middle, and it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Now Allen. And able to find John Brown. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 41-yard line. Allen now nearing the 300-yard mark with still a quarter to play. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Yeldon. Devin McCourty brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one. It might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Allen now looks to throw. Fine work by the Patriot D there, and it's 4th down.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, No good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
And there on the tackle, Shaq Lawson. They fake the give. Here's Breeze. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Breeze now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10. Now a pass here caught by Edelman. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And this is caught. It's Edelman. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. An 18-yard touchdown grab as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. Allen's throw is complete, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. To the air, Allen. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete.
Holding offense.
Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding call.
And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times already. He doesn't really care that they hold now. Just don't let him get hit anymore.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put it up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. It's been an easy day for him.
And he's got some space here. 38 yards on the scamper there.
Oh, that's a big one right there. You talk about breaking off a huge chunk of real estate. But if you're the defensive coordinator, you cannot dwell on the fact you just gave up an explosive run. You have to look ahead, regroup your guys, and figure out a way to slow down this attack.
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And Walker has it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this.
And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Drew Brees finding the end zone yet again as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And private, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
54. Mike 54. 3 buzz.
First down, and they're going to throw without it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. And again, it's Allen. He's going to look deep down the field. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Yeah, baby.
Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll run again with Hunt. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to...
It got his man complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 36 yards on the play. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. To throw is Brees. He's going to air this thing out deep for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Brees going to throw. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Delaney Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That one complete to Anderson. And now Anderson is slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Allen's throw caught by Jones. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. On the run, it's Yeldon. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. And here's Allen on 3rd down. And it's knocked away and incomplete. It was the veteran Devin McCourty who got a hand in there to break that one up. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. But you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts.
And that's caught inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relation.
There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. Julian Edelman, 28 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Now a handoff to Yeldon. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now Allen, throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target, and now it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Allen now to throw on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And I don't think Edelman will be able to get to this one. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Well, this ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together. And I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 49 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that, has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Kayvon Webster on the defensive side able to get a hand in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. And caught by Thomas for a Patriots touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop, but that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That one complete to Yeldon. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle. Now a play fake. Breeze. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all three still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And they just had another big completion there. And I think in days gone by in the NFL, you might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intent.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to
Mike, ready? Wait.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Allen finding Knox there, complete. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on second down. Allen, he finds Yeldon. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's third down. Allen from the gun on third down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Allen going to come to the line here, 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Allen throwing again. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Dante Hightower. 20. 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Throwing now is Allen. They go with the screen. It's Yeldon. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Here's Jeff Locke now. Man, he's had all kinds of problems just getting punts off so far. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit 000. Bree's going to throw here. Going deep here for Adelman. And that's caught inside the 35. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for New England, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.